Welcome to Manifesting a Life. I talk to my guides a lot, and I want to really emphasize for you to try talking to your guides. One night, this was after I had the epiphany that I didn't really believe that I lived in a friendly universe. I'll put a link down to that video. It was called, Do You Live in a Friendly Universe? One of my videos. And I was laying awake at night, and I was thinking, why do I not trust the universe? Why do I not trust God? And the answer came back to me in my head. When has God failed you? And I started thinking back about all the times when I was disappointed, where things seemed to go wrong, where it just was not working out, and all the hardships I had. And then I had the realization with each one that I thought about. It says, like, oh, that was me. Or, oh, that was my parents. Or, that was my husband. And I realized at that point that I'd been relying on people, not God, not universal energy. And people will tend to fail you. So I wasn't placing my trust on a higher power. You might ask at this time, how do I know that was my guides talking to me and not just myself answering myself and what's going on here? When I first started hearing answers to my questions, or felt like I was hearing answers to my questions, I first thought it was just myself talking. And then I realized that, I asked these questions, and if it was myself, it would take me a little time to formulate the answer. And usually the answers are right there. Right there in front of me, front and center of my mind. Some people may say it's your higher self, or maybe your angels, or God that's talking to you. All I know is that it's something beyond me, something that has more answers than I do. Sometimes the answers come in a different form than, hearing voices in your head. And the answers I got that night kept being presented to me in different forms. Soon after that wakeful night, I was sitting in the car at a filling station while my husband was attending to the car. And on the truck, right in front of us, there was a vanity plate. I love Virginia. They have so many vanity plates around. They're very ingenious. And so you're always trying to figure out, what are they saying? What's that say? And this one said, PRVD 3 space 5. And I took that to mean Proverbs 3 verse 5. And so I had to get home and look that one up to see what it said. And that verse says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him and he will make your path straight. The part that really hit home was the first part. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding, especially the lean not into your own understanding. I'm a very logical person, and so I want to have to think everything through, overanalyze everything as much as I can. So this was telling me to quit trying to think through logically. You just can't understand it. It's beyond you. Don't expect things to be logical. Well, the next Monday, I attend a intuition development circle, and we would pass around these angel cards and everybody draw a card and see how it applied in their life for that week or the coming week. And the angel card that I drew said, take a break. And the explanation was that I was letting ego drive. I was trying too hard, and that I needed to hand everything over to God and let God take care of things. So it's like everything kept emphasizing to me that, get out of the way, just relax, quit worrying, let universal energy handle everything. And this all kind of fit in with what my guru had said when I had visited his house. And you can listen to that video in my collection called Visiting My Guru's Home. But the point that he had made in that was that I try to force things. And what he wanted me to be able to do is to just allow things to happen. Don't try to force things. I think forcing is kind of having ego take control, and that's not always a good thing. We may be here just to experience. just to provide our own vibration and energy to this world. I'm going to present a challenge to you and to myself to try to just allow for a whole month. I'm going to try this. And that doesn't mean not doing anything. What I'm going to do with this allowing is to quit banging my head against the walls, quit trying to force my way into doors that don't want to open. Just allow, go with the flow, and when inspiration strikes, act on it. Go ahead and go with inspiration. We are taught most of our lives that we have to make things happen. I just want to see what happens if we don't make things happen, but allow them to happen. Well, that would be a magical place to live in, wouldn't it? Now, this does mean being observant and doing what is yours to do. Well, please like this video if you want to hear more of these kind of stories, and be sure and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. I would also like to hear if you have ever allowed things to just happen and what did happen. And maybe you'll join me on this. I'm going to try it for a month to just allow and see what happens. See how I feel. See if I get anxious and worried and over anxious about things. And I'll report back to you how it went. See if I can survive it. Now maybe your guides are telling you to subscribe to my channel. Listen. I'd really appreciate it if you haven't. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Now I'll leave you with this. Go out and allow your life to manifest.